This is the Jug O Sip podcast.
Who else you thinking? Who else you got?
Marge.
Marge?
I really like Marge. I think Marge is a sweet and kind person, and when she's not around Homer and stressed out, she's awesome.
Okay. She could also cook really, really well.
Yeah. And
I mean, for Homer Simpson, you gotta be able to.
And I wouldn't have to worry about doing all of that work. Mm-hmm. And, God, what's his name? I can't even think of his name. The stoner bus driver.
Oh, Otto.
Otto. I wanted to say Otis. Otto. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he would just leave me the fuck alone. Like, he would just be like...
He would just leave and come back with weed.
Yeah, and you'd be like, where the fuck...
Also, he has a bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can go out and do the runs.
That's a good choice.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So my quarantine for The Simpsons. First of all, I'm a quarantine at Moe's Tavern. I just feel like we should add that to the game. You should tell a location where, because that does define your situation a little bit.
Okay.
But, first of all, I'm going to be at Moe's Tavern. My team is going to be Mo Sislak.
Nice.
Yeah, because he runs the tavern. I don't drink. Like, I do not drink alcohol whatsoever.
But he's kind of a cool person.
Yeah, he's a cool person when he's not flipping out and losing his mind. You know,
even then, that's funny.
Yeah, even then, he could be a good guy to hang out with. Then, okay, so that's first. Second, I'm picking Waylon Smithers. Not Mr. Burns, but Waylon Smithers. I'm going to tell you why. Waylon Smithers has access to all of Mr. Burns' wealth.
Smithers is stupid, though. Fuck Smithers. He's such a yes man. I hate people like that.
Well, in a quarantine, yeah, you don't need yes man. You're right. Maybe that was a bad choice. Okay, let me pick a different two. All right. So I got Mo Sislak.
Yeah, Mo's fine. He's great.
I think, you know what? Groundskeeper Willie.
Oh, yeah, that's a bad motherfucker. And he can maintain your house.
There you go. So my first is Mo. Second is Groundskeeper Willie. My third, I think I gotta go. You know what? I'm gonna go with Bart.
Bart?
Just stick with the classic. You
know what? Bart was actually one I considered myself because I thought he would be kind of funny to be around. Because I enjoy kids like that. You know, like, I don't think Bart is necessarily a failure or a loser. I think he's just a kid who hasn't figured out where his purpose is yet. Yeah,
that's the thing. People sleep on Bart. I honestly think
he's smart.
Bart is just as smart as Lisa, but I'm also someone who believes that there are lots of different kinds of intelligence. And Bart is creatively intelligent.
And usually the kids
Lisa is book smart.
Even in the kids that people sleep on and ignore and usually neglect are usually the most intelligent and strong children.
Right.
That you could possibly meet. Now, I marked out a couple because we had like a long list here and they were too similar.
Yeah.
So we did The Simpsons. So it's my turn to read this next one?
Well, let's read. So who? So I picked Mo, Groundskeeper Willie, and Bart Simpson. Who did you pick?
I chose Lisa, Marge, and Otto.
Okay, all right. So round 4.
Okay, the next one we have on the list is South Park, which another show of an abundance of an amazing cast. Now, since I read the theme, Charles, you pick your first characters, like your 3 of South Park. Okay.
I am gonna pick. First of all, I gotta go with Randy Marsh.
Oh, that is...
I gotta go with Randy.
You have major balls to want to be under a lockdown with Randy fucking Marsh.
Because Randy's crazy.
He is a psychopath.
But the thing is,
but
here's the thing: Randy is one of the most resourceful characters in the show. He'll build a business from nothing overnight if he felt like it. Plus, he can cook really well because he got addicted to his whole cream freeze phase.
The thing is, though, he can run a business, but he's also a mess, so he fucks it up.
But unless it's Integrity Farms.
Even then, he kind of fucked up with that.
No.
With his family.
His family is where he fell off, but the business was fine.
He was even Lord like that.
Yeah, so look at it. You got a businessman, an excellent singer. He was Lord, and he can cook.
So who are you picking for your other 2?
So my second one, I'm gonna have to go with Mr. Slave, because Mr. Slave. First of all, Mr. Slave, there's only like 3 decent people in all of South Park, and Mr. Slave is one of them. So, Mr. Slave...
It's like Mr. Slave, Wendy Testerberger, and like another person.
And Butters, that's it.
Butters.
That's it. Maybe Stan's mom, depending on the season. But that's it.
She's about ready to snap, though.
Right. So, I will go with Mr. Slave, because Mr. Slave, he's a cool dude. He has a lot... Again, you need the entertainment factor. He's going to have lots of stories of being just the most... interesting sexual deviant in Colorado. You can find the Jug O Sip podcast on YouTube and Spotify every Monday and Friday.
And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow at Jug O Sip Podcast on all social media.